allihopa, jag heter Emma och jag är från Sverige. Hi, my name is Emma and I'm from Sweden. I've been in the United States for almost 3 years now, and I've been dating my boyfriend Matt for almost 2.5. And I've known his mom Susan for just as long, and she's the one I nominated for a new kitchen. She's in desperate need for a new kitchen. So let's go and see for yourself.
Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm the person who's desperately needed a new kitchen. We lived here for 22 years, and we were always going to do the kitchen over, but we have 4 kids and 4 college educations to pay for, so we sort of had to put it on the back burner. But I don't think we can put it on the back burner for too much longer, and you'll see why when I show you. We numbered everything in the kitchen so we wouldn't forget to talk about anything. The first thing is the cabinets. The style makes them almost impossible to keep clean because dirt just forms everywhere. We painted them about 10 years ago because the varnish was just literally gone off of them. You can see there's no storage. This is where I keep most of my spices. If you go to cook, you have to undo like the whole entire shelf to find the spice that you need to cook. My stove has 4 burners, only 2 of which work. This doesn't work at all, and this one only works on high, so you really have to pay attention what burner you put it on. Take a good look at the oven vent, and you'll see why we need a new one. There's no counter space whatsoever. The tile is original. The grout is just a mess, and no amount of cleaning, Clorox, nothing will get it clean. Once again, not much storage here. I put some pull-out shelves. There's a bunch of dead space here. If you put anything in back, you have to pull everything out of here to get the stuff from in back. Our sink itself isn't bad. The faucet will stay on if it feels like it. Most of the time, no. You can't pull the sprayer out because the metal part around it is broken. Our disposal doesn't work all the time, and once again, no storage. Now I'll let Emma tell you about the rest of the kitchen.
So I really love baking, and baking is a big part of my culture. And we do a lot for Christmas and stuff, and we do cookies and breads. We make lussekatter for Lucia. And my mom's favorite thing to bake was cinnamon rolls, so I like to bake those too. And if you look at the counter, it's really hard to bake on this surface because it's not even. So you will get in this little grout lines and stuff. And the only thing I could do is to put this out and bake on this, and this is not very sanitized. So I wouldn't, eat anything off there. And then there's no counter space, so because this microwave takes up a lot of space, there's nowhere to put bread or fruit. It doesn't have like a space because, there's no room. And then when you're done preparing your stuff, if you're going to bake, this oven doesn't work. So this is just for storage. And then this one, it works. But half of the time, half the stuff comes out burned or not burned, and it could be on the same cookie sheet, and some cookies could be burned and some cookies are still kind of raw, which is pretty funny. This, if you look into this cabinet, and this is like a smiley face because it's, I don't know. So, yeah.
It's barely up there.
Yeah, it's hanging on.
It's hanging on.
Bread. And then we can, maybe you want to talk about the...
Oh, yeah. Well, we have to mention the floor. The floor, we put in about 15 years ago. It's vinyl, no wax, but it also is now a no-clean floor. No matter what I do to it, it still has black marks on it. You can't get it off. You have to get a shot of our lovely light.
Yeah.
I pray to God that we can have a new light fixture up here someday. These are really, really, really bad. Let's see. I have a pantry here. I have no room in my cabinets for my pots and pans, so even though we got brand new doors in our house a couple years ago, I had to put this pop rack on the door, so now I can't close my pantry door. I would love to be able to do that. The pantry is fine, except that because we have such a small doorway, you can't get to any of the things on either side without moving things that are on the floor. I also have a wet bar around here, but we don't really use it. It's never really been used. We only keep appliances on it because, once again, we have absolutely no space in the kitchen for everything like bread machine and coffee makers and things like that. We've never used the sink here. I'm not even sure if it works. If I had my dream kitchen, I would blow these walls out, get rid of the wet bar, and bring my kitchen all the way over so that my dining room could expand, and I'd have a much, much bigger kitchen. If you don't want to do that much work, I'd be really happy with just new cabinets and new appliances and a new floor. I could live with that too. You know, so, come here, Emma. We have to plead, please, please, please do our kitchen.